Imagine looking up at the sky and witnessing something completely unexplained, something that defies all logic. On March 25, 2025, the people of Da Nang, Vietnam, were left in shock when a mysterious black circle appeared, hovering eerily in the sky. It stayed there for minutes, sparking both fear and wonder among locals and tourists alike. What was it? A strange weather anomaly? A man-made object? Or could it be something even more chilling? Some speculated it was a sign, an omen of a disaster about to strike. Little did anyone know, this mysterious event was just the beginning of a series of catastrophic events that would soon unfold across the globe. On March 28, 2025, a massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck central Myanmar, with its epicenter near the city of Mandalay. The tremors were so strong that people in neighboring countries, Thailand, Bangladesh, and even India, felt the shaking. As of today, reports confirm that over 1,700 people have lost their lives, with more than 3,400 injured. Many are still missing, and rescue teams are working around the clock to find survivors. The destruction is massive, houses have crumbled, roads have cracked, and even major bridges have collapsed, making it extremely difficult for emergency teams to reach affected areas. Hospitals are overwhelmed, electricity is down in many regions, and people are struggling to find basic necessities like food and clean water. One of the biggest concerns right now is the aftershocks. Seismologists warn that more tremors could hit in the coming days, making the already dangerous situation even worse. Now, let's talk about the science behind this disaster. Why did this earthquake hit Myanmar so hard? Myanmar is located in a very seismically active region. It sits on the Sagang Fault, a major fault line that runs 1,000 kilometers through the country. This fault is where the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. Over time, these plates push against each other, building up stress. Eventually, the pressure becomes too much, and boom, a massive earthquake occurs. Experts believe that the shallow depth of this earthquake, around 10 kilometers, made the impact even worse. Shallow quakes cause more intense shaking on the surface, leading to more destruction compared to deeper earthquakes. This isn't the first time Myanmar has experienced a big earthquake. In 2016, a 6.8 magnitude quake struck the country, causing significant damage. However, this 7.7 quake is one of the strongest in decades, making it an even bigger catastrophe. So, how is the Myanmar government handling this crisis? As you may know, Myanmar has been under military rule since a coup in 2021, and the political situation is already tense. The junta government has reported over 2,000 deaths and is calling for international aid. Countries like China, Russia, India, Thailand, and Singapore have already sent rescue teams and supplies to help. But here's the problem, not everyone trusts the military junta to distribute aid fairly. In past disasters, there have been accusations of corruption and mismanagement. Some areas controlled by ethnic minorities or rebel groups often get less aid or are completely ignored. On the other hand, the opposition group, the National Unity Government (NUG), has announced a temporary ceasefire in affected regions. Their goal is to allow humanitarian organizations to deliver aid without interference from the ongoing civil war. They've even offered to help coordinate rescue missions with international agencies. The international community has responded quickly. The United Nations, the Red Cross, and multiple NGOs are mobilizing relief efforts, sending medical supplies, food, and search and rescue teams. Neighboring countries have also stepped up. Thailand has sent military helicopters and emergency medical teams, while India has dispatched disaster response units with heavy machinery to clear debris and rescue trapped individuals. Despite these efforts, challenges remain. Many roads are completely blocked, making it hard to reach remote areas. There's also a shortage of tents, blankets, and clean drinking water, putting survivors at risk of disease outbreaks. So, what's the future looking like for Myanmar? The road to recovery is going to be long and difficult. Here are some key challenges ahead. Finding survivors. Rescue efforts are still underway, but every hour that passes lowers the chances of finding people alive under the rubble. Restoring infrastructure. Bridges, highways, and power lines need urgent repairs to reconnect affected areas with emergency aid. Managing humanitarian aid. The military government must prove it can handle aid fairly and efficiently, or else international trust could decline. Preventing disease outbreaks. With so many displaced people and a lack of clean water, the risk of cholera and other illnesses is extremely high. This earthquake is a major humanitarian disaster. Myanmar was already facing political instability, economic struggles, and internal conflict, and now, a natural disaster has made things even worse. The world is watching to see how Myanmar handles this crisis. Will the government step up and help its people? Or will political tensions make things even worse? Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this situation? Should the international community do more to help? Let me know in the comments below. As the world contends with various natural disasters, another crisis has emerged, this time involving massive forest fires that have ravaged parts of South Korea and the United States. These fires, which began in early March 2025, have been fueled by extreme weather conditions, including unusually high temperatures and strong winds, creating conditions ripe for wildfire outbreaks. South Korea, which has faced an increasing number of forest fires in recent years, saw some of its most devastating blazes yet. The fires, which began in the northeastern regions of the country, spread quickly across vast areas of forested land, causing both environmental destruction and loss of life. The fires in South Korea have prompted widespread evacuations, with thousands of residents in affected areas forced to flee their homes. The South Korean government declared a state of emergency and mobilized firefighting teams, but the fires have proven difficult to control due to the dry conditions and strong winds. Local authorities have appealed for international support, and neighboring countries have offered assistance in the form of firefighting equipment and personnel. The damage to South Korea's natural environment has been severe, with vast areas of forest burned, wildlife habitats destroyed, and air quality deteriorating due to the smoke and pollutants released into the atmosphere. Simultaneously, in the United States, forest fires have also escalated, particularly in states like California, Oregon, and Washington. These fires, although common in these regions, have reached unprecedented levels in 2025. The ongoing drought in the western United States, coupled with record-high temperatures, has created the perfect conditions for widespread wildfires. Thousands of acres of land have burned, and communities in rural areas have been devastated. Like in South Korea, residents have been forced to evacuate their homes, and firefighters have been working around the clock to contain the fires. However, despite their efforts, many fires continue to burn out of control, threatening more homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. The fires in both countries have raised alarms about the increasing frequency and severity of wildfires, which are linked to climate change and deforestation. Rising global temperatures have made many regions more susceptible to these types of disasters, and experts have warned that the situation may worsen in the coming years unless significant efforts are made to mitigate climate change and improve firefighting techniques. In the aftermath of the fires, both South Korea and the United States will need to focus on recovery efforts. The economic and environmental costs will be significant, with long-term effects on agriculture, tourism, and local economies. The destruction of forests, which act as carbon sinks, is also a serious concern in the context of global climate change.